Hello, DeSoto. Mayor Rick Walker here with another edition of the Mayor's Minutes and a quick recap of our July 16th City Council meeting. The council approved a temporary use permit for the annual Dean Weller Car Cruise-In, along with a parade permit for this year's DeSoto High School Homecoming Parade. We also approved design services for the city's 2026 Street Overlay Program. That work will include Kill Creek Road from 83rd Street south to K10, along with some other scheduled streets for maintenance. The council accepted a grant from the Kansas Arts Commission to support a new public art mural down at the Miller Memorial Park along the old pool building. Public art is another way to add character to our community, celebrate our identity, and create places that we can all enjoy. Under old business, the council authorized the release of a request for qualifications for independent industrial noise and acoustical consultants. The purpose of the study is to take a careful technical look at our current noise ordinance and to determine whether it adequately addresses our modern industrial facilities, including data centers. The consultant will review current acoustical science compared with DeSoto standards and with those used in other communities and provide recommendations that are technically sound, practical to enforce, and legally defensible. I want to emphasize that beginning the study does not mean that the council has already decided that our ordinance needs to be changed. It means that we want an independent opinion and expertise before we make that decision. So any proposed changes would come back through our future meeting, likely include discussion from the Planning Commission, public hearings, and then council approval. The City Council also approved the rezoning of a small tract from residential to general commercial. The property is located along a section of Lexington Avenue adjacent to JT's restaurant that already includes a lot of commercial property, and rezoning will allow for the potential expansion of the commercial development there. We then had a public hearing regarding creation of a tax increment financing or TIF district for a proposed memory care facility at 8870 Commerce Drive. Creating the district allows the project to be considered for TIF assistance, but is not a final approval of an incentive package. The city's financial advisor will now evaluate the project, including whether the development would be financially viable without assistance. Any proposed project plan or final incentive agreement will have to return to the council for additional consideration. The council also discussed establishing a shared fire prevention officer with the Northwest Consolidated Fire District. As commercial and industrial construction has increased, fire code plan review, alarm testing, and suppression system testing, along with annual life safety inspections, have placed growing demands on both city and fire district staff. The shared position would help eliminate duplication, improve coordination, and provide greater attention to fire prevention and life safety inspections. I have suggested that perhaps this is a fully funded city position that would be shared with the fire department, and staff will now work on a formal agreement that will come back to both governing bodies for consideration. We also received an update on economic development activities from the Chamber of Commerce and Economic Development Council, and the report highlighted continued interest in DeSoto from a wide range of industries, including advanced manufacturing, life sciences, food production, aerospace, warehousing, and data centers. And while not every inquiry becomes a project, the level of activity shows that DeSoto continues to be viewed as a strong location for investment and job creation. Finally, the council continued its work on the proposed 2027 budget. This discussion focused on possible service and capital enhancements, including stormwater planning, parks maintenance, fire prevention, technology, facility improvements, and water system needs. These are still budget discussions and not final decisions, and the council will continue weighing these requests against our long-term financial projections, the need to maintain responsible reserves, and our goal of limiting property tax burden on our DeSoto residents. And that's it for this edition of Mayor's Minutes. Thank you for staying informed and involved in our community. I'll see you around town.